Good morning and welcome to the Daily Summation from Kurt's Religion and Politics. I'm Kurt, I'm your host, and today is the 19th of October of 2020. It is a Monday. I'm glad to see you today. We're getting a little bit of rain here in the Little Rock area, and I hope you guys are doing well. Today I wanted to talk about a subject of a blog post. There's a big surprise. I'm sure everybody's really amazed by that. And the blog post was on the idea of, and I gave it a one-word title. And the one-word title was Strongman. And I want to kind of say something that is going to maybe surprise some folks. In my younger days, and even somewhat now, I was considered by many in terms of the attributes that were possessed by me in my younger days, as I say, as a strongman. I was virtually never not at work. I almost was never sick with anything serious at all. Even when I got some sort of sickness of some kind, typically I was laid down for a day or less and I was back up and out. I literally have had West Nile virus, and you'd never know looking at me today, and you'd never have known, you might have known for about half a day when I had it. The only reason I know that I had it was that I went to give blood the next day feeling like I was well enough to go and do it. And they told me that I did. I would have never known otherwise. So the thing is, I am, in a lot of people's minds, a quote strongman. Okay. And that's not, I don't sit around thinking to myself, well, I'm a strongman and I can do whatever I want to do or whatever. But I will tell you that there are lots of times when I've had to do things, when I've been put in situations where I had to do things, and the things that I had to do were not just not easy, they were awfully hard to do. But guess what? I did them, and I did them in situations where other people were not able to do that. Now, I may not be the absolute perfect example of a strongman, right? There are some others that lots of people will cite. The leader of Russia at the moment, forget his name, but you know who I'm talking about. Right, the former KGB guy who now leads Russia, right? Vladimir Putin, right? A lot of people talk about Vladimir Putin as a strongman, and I get it because he does things like run around taking his shirt off in circumstances where you go, "Why are you doing that?" Wrestling with critters and all the rest. He does all that, riding horses and all the rest. And that's great and everything. And I recognize that one way that the term strongman is used is to talk about people who use their strength for propagandist purposes. A lot of people don't know this, but where I don't remember what his actual name was, Joseph Stalin was not Joseph Stalin. Stalin is a nickname that he was given. Stalin means man of steel. And that's, I forget exactly why he was given that name. I think it had something to do with his wife and an illness, but I don't remember for sure. But the point is, Joseph Stalin was somebody who people would have looked at as a strongman, and Benito Mussolini the same, right? But the point is that this term gets used for people today, and like another term I've heard used in a sort of ridiculous way, and that term is fascist, right? It gets used for people that you go, guys, I don't know if you're really paying attention, but that person can't really be accused of being a fascist in the original usage and meaning of the word. You're redefining it to mean what you want it to. And the same applies to strongman. Look, there are people who used to work in circuses who were big, strong men and could handle pain and so forth that other people couldn't, and were seen as being tough and always ready to do the various things that they needed to do and so forth. And there are people who used being strong for their political gain and as propaganda. And then there are just people who every day do what they need to do on a day-to-day basis without any thought for the fact that they're ill or whatever. They get up when they need to, they go where they need to, they do what they need to, and they're just constantly those people who you can count on. They're going to be at work, they're going to be doing things that they know need done, and they're not going to quibble about it, and you're probably not going to hear them complain that they're sick or whatever. They're not going to sneeze, well, they're going to, they may sneeze or whatever, but the point is that they're not going to be that kind of person who runs around complaining because they feel bad today. They just don't. That's just not how that works as a rule, right? And those people too can be and often are characterized as strongmen, okay? One such example is, and again, I said this in my blog post and I'll say it again, I don't like to mention people, particularly not presently, people who are not just history in the history books, but who are still around, and that's one of the reasons that I don't care to mention Putin. But I also don't really like to mention this other individual, and that individual is the current president of the United States, Donald Trump. Donald Trump, when he went through COVID-19, right, the current pandemic du jour, right, which granted, it's more of one than anything that's happened recently. But when he went through COVID-19, he really didn't require a whole lot of stuff. He came out and he was fine. And nobody really had very much of anything to say. And the guy's over 70. He's, 74 or whatever? I don't know. He's getting older. He's not getting any younger, that's for sure. Right? Yet he seemed to have come through COVID-19 with no issues at all. But here's the thing that I want for you to understand. Until somebody sort of accused him of being a strongman, right? He never said anything about that. He just did what he did and moved on, okay? It wasn't until somebody else brought up the idea of him being a strongman that there was any talk of that at all. He didn't say, oh, look at me, look at how big and strong I am. And I have to tell you, neither did I. As a kid, I felt like I was always sick, right? Then after a while, and part of the reason that became sort of a more real thing to me is because as I got older, I got to the point where I could do just about anything I wanted to do whenever I wanted to do it, right? And so I look back at my childhood and I went, wow, I seem to have spent a lot of time sick. Now, looking back, I really wasn't, okay? Then I sort of came to this conclusion that most of the people around me were weaklings, okay? And it's because I never felt the need to go to sick call in the military. I never felt the need to take a day off in the military unless it was a vacation day that I'd told people that I was going to take. I never felt the need to do that, right? So, and people around me were, where's so-and-so today? Well, he's sick. Well, she's sick. And I would think, what a weakling. And of course, that isn't what's reality. What's reality is that individual was normal and I was the oddball. I was the odd man out. And that was because I didn't ever feel the need to go to tell people I'm sick and take the day off. That's happened to me maybe twice or 3 times in my life, okay? It's really not something that happens to me. I don't remember missing a day of school after the time I was maybe 8 years old, maybe younger, being sick, right? But I don't think of myself as a strongman. That's not how that works. That's not how I think of myself. When I look back, I kind of realize, yeah, I've been, I guess you could say, blessed with robustness, with strength and imperviousness to some degree to sickness. And I think Donald Trump is the same way. I don't think he runs around thinking he's a strong man. I think he realizes he's got an unfair advantage and he makes use of it a lot of the time. And I said, one of the things that I said in the blog, there are times when I know I'm just not going to get enough sleep tonight, and I just sort of power through it and know sooner or later I'm going to start feeling better. And I'm not trying to tell you that there haven't been times in my life and that there won't be probably times again when I feel like it's just too much and it's time for me to think about not being here anymore. But I will tell you that I've never, ever really entertained that kind of thought. And that, like I say, what a lot of people would look at me as a strongman. And here's what I want you to understand. Yes, there are people who have abused the idea of their strength and used it to put others in awe. And again, other people probably looked at them as circus sideshows, so I'm not saying that they totally achieved that all the time. But there are lots of people out there who are just people that folks count on every day to do the things that they do without talking, without big noise or anything else. And I believe largely this is who Donald Trump is. Okay, I'm about out of time, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you have a good week. I hope that you're ready for that fall weather because, like I say, it's definitely on the way if you're not already seeing it. Hopefully, everything will go well for you this week. And I just wanted to wish my oldest brother a happy birthday today. I'm not going to tell how old he is. I'm going to be nice about it. But my brother Jeffrey, I hope he's having a good day. And you have a wonderful day as well. Hopefully, we will see you tomorrow. That should be the 20th of October and a Tuesday. Have a great day. Thanks for watching this video. Remember that you can like the video on YouTube and you can give me a rumble on Rumble if you want to do that. Of course, you can also subscribe to my channel on both YouTube and Rumble. The channel would be Kurt's Religion and Politics. If you want to see more of my content, you can go to various places. The first of those places would be my blog. That's blogs.kpschubert.com, blogs.kpschubert.com. If you want to follow me on Twitter, Parler or Minds.com, you can look for my handle. I am at kpschubert. That is at kpschubert. You can also see my Facebook page. That also is Kurt's Religion and Politics. I have obviously a YouTube and a Rumble account. My page, my channels on those accounts, pages, channels, whatever you want to call them, is Kurt's Religion and Politics. I have also, if you want to support me, a Patreon account. I am Kurt's Religion and Politics there. Thank you for looking at my stuff. Remember, you can subscribe. Remember, you can click notifications on the YouTube to make sure you're notified for new content. Again, thanks for coming to visit my channel. Thanks for watching this video, and you have a great day.